Hi, it's Michael here from Custom Bike Fit. Another short video today. I've not been doing many videos over the last few months because I've been so busy with bike fits. But as circumstances have changed in the last few weeks, and this health crisis, this pandemic, which is facing the majority of the world, things have turned around for me a little bit. I'm a bit quieter on my in-person one-on-one fits. That's freed up a bit of time for me, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to do some more videos, get back into that habit because I really do enjoy it and I like sharing information. Anyway, the reason for the video today is it's something I just saw on my news feed, which is news out of Italy and Spain that they're going to ban cycling outside. Now, there's every chance that that may be coming to your country too. I'm here in Australia on the Sunshine Coast. I was out on my bike this morning. It's actually the first time I've been out in a while because we've had we've had a lot of rain and it's been very, very windy up here. So the riding I've done over the last few weeks has been inside. Plus I've been doing some travelling as well, so that always holds me back. But I wanted to talk briefly about the benefits of riding inside, and there's already been a lot of setbacks around events that people have been training for, Ironman triathlons, cycling events, etc., and other sports. And people might be feeling a little bit disheartened. Now, first of all, if you're watching this video and you're a subscriber to my channel, it's because you enjoy cycling, I'm sure. It's cycling triathlon, that's what this is all about. And I can, I speak for myself, but I'm sure I speak for a lot of people when I say, if I don't exercise, if I leave it a few days between, sessions, whatever that might be, I start going, number one, a little bit stir crazy. Number two, I don't feel as good about myself. I can feel it physically and it affects me mentally as well. So what I'm saying is, if you have had some hurdles, if something that you've been training for has been cancelled or postponed, don't let that stop you from moving forward, okay? The race is the icing on the cake. The most important thing is to have the cake. You can always put the icing on top of it. There's always going to be another race down the track, so do keep going. And if you can't ride outside, ride inside, okay? So riding outside, I used to run an indoor riding studio. I used to have a multi-ride studio, a little small CompuTrainer multi-ride studio, and people would come for sessions, and typically an hour, hour and a half. But I would say to people, an hour and a half on the trainer is certainly worth 2 hours or more out on the road. Now, why is that? Well, we don't have to stop for roundabouts or traffic lights or at junctions, all these things that we do on the road. Depending on where you ride, if you're in a built-up area, you could be clipping out half a dozen times every 15 minutes. You don't have to do that on the trainer. You don't have to worry about other road users. You don't have to worry about potholes. You don't have to worry about the wind. You don't have to worry about the rain, so the conditions. You can really just focus on what you're doing. And maybe you can focus, for example, on some of your pedal technique. You can focus on doing some power-based sessions if you use applications such as TrainerRoad and Zwift. There's a whole bunch of others. Or you can do what I do for the majority of the rides that I do inside. I don't use any application whatsoever. I do have a smart control trainer, so I can take my wattage up. I don't have to adjust anything on the flywheel or keep adjusting things on the flywheel or keep changing gear. But I'll get the power up to something that's comfortable, 150, 160, 170 watts, and I'll just ride there for an hour and a half. That's generally about my limit from a time perspective during the week. I might do an hour and a half session. And what I'll do is I'll set my computer up, I plug it into my large screen display that I use for my bike fitting, but you could be sitting in front of a laptop computer. I watch YouTube. So I'll find, let's say I'm doing a 90-minute session, I will find maybe 2 hours worth of content, things that I'm interested in, maybe that they're topical, around what's going on right now, around some of the health implications of what's happening to us. some of the economic implications, that sort of stuff. I want to educate myself. So I'll queue some videos up And if I'm doing, again, a 90-minute ride, I'll find 2 hours of content, and I just go into YouTube. You can change the settings and take the speed up. So I watch those videos at 1.25 times the normal playback speed. So I can watch 2 hours worth of content in the 90 minutes. So really this video is to say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If you are training for something, if you've got yourself into a position where you might only be a few weeks away from an event and you're feeling really fit, or maybe you're feeling really tired, but you're going to have some benefit from the training that you've done. Don't throw that away. Keep going. Modify. Speak to your coach. And just in general, if you like riding your bike and you can't for whatever reason get outside, ride the bike inside. And do something that's, if you find, a lot of people saying it's so boring, well, there are lots of things that you can do, lots of strategies that you can employ, whether that's using an app such as Swift or Trainer Road, or watching Netflix, or watching YouTube, or absorbing content, something that's gonna help you. So you're keeping fit, you're helping yourself mentally, and you're absorbing information, you're learning at the same time. Now, that said, if you're on the trainer for an extended period of time, the experience that I have is that people often will notice little niggles more so on the trainer than they do outside. So if you need any help getting set up, even if you're not on the Sunshine Coast, you're overseas, you're interstate, I do have a remote fitting service. So if that's something that you need help with, reach out. I'm going to do another video on my remote or my Skype fitting service and take people through exactly what that involves, what the costs are, what the process is, that sort of thing. But again, don't let these challenges stop you. Keep training. If you can't ride outside, ride inside. And as I said, it's good for your health, it's good for you physically, it's good for you mentally. And I will see you again on the next video. Thank you.